My name's Cameron Geeson. I look after sales and solar for a leading energy company in Australia. YakTrak is a tool that was implemented in our business really for a way to ensure that our staff got the most out of their leaders. It was used as a learning and growth tool. It was to ensure that as an agent on the front line, when you're starting and you're coming into a new business, that coaching is not something that happens because you're not performing. It's something that happens because we want you to be the best that you can be. And YakTrak is the tool that enables the senior leaders to be able to ensure that we're holding our leaders with our team leaders and our operations managers accountable to making sure that we live those values. And I think when you use a tool like YakTrak to make sure that the people on the front line are getting the best out of their leadership team and getting the most growth opportunities that they can, it's an extremely powerful tool for us, and that's why we saw such a great uplift in our business performance over that time. Think about the way that it's used. I think that's probably the most critical element for me with YakTrak. It is an amazingly powerful tool when used in a learning and growth setting. We essentially put it in as a way to ensure that our people were getting their fair share of coaching and growth opportunities. Where it's helped us in terms of the way that we've dealt with regulators, it's been a really useful tool for us to be able to show that where we've had not only issues, but also where we've been really proactive in the way that we've phrased learning opportunities and the way that we coach our people to show that we're, I think, best in class in the way that we coach our people, not just on things like sales and service techniques, but also on regulation. It's very easy to be able to put forward something like YakTrak and show evidence of that. Probably cast my mind back to 2016 and, having to come up with a coaching log for a file note for something that had happened. And you've got to try and filter through 500 pieces or 1,000 pieces of paper. The ability for me to be able to filter by date range, pick out a particular file note and be able to have evidence of the fact that we've coached somebody either proactively or reactively on an issue or an opportunity, I think has been another real testament to the reason we've put YakTrak in place. Life before YakTrak, we had a new coaching methodology and a new sales methodology brought into the business. It made it really hard for us as senior leaders to be able to follow up right across a large, particularly a cohort of 500 people. It was quite hard. If everybody's getting coached every week, that's 500 different pieces of documentation that are floating around. The ability for me to be at home, check in online, see who's coached today, see what the quality of that coaching is, be able to send them notes, follow up, show that I care, was really, really important for us. If I cast my mind back to 2016, it'd be walking past, picking up a vanilla folder off the top of a team leader's desk and asking them a question about a coaching log from a week ago. When you've got multiple sites across multiple locations, you can't distance manage effectively from a coaching perspective if you have paper-based coaching logs. It would either have been a spreadsheet with working from home that we would have had to adapt to, and then you've got to save all of those files individually, or you've got to have a rolling document that you're saving. If I think about what YakTrak's allowed me to do, it's allowed me to keep a tab on what's happening in centres offshore in terms of coaching and make sure that consistency is maintained. It's enabled us to observe, follow up, give feedback from a coaching perspective pretty much real time. From my perspective, it's made the transition a lot easier and kept that accountability high, particularly in the sales world where you need to make sure that you're achieving your metrics. It's had a really strong impression on our business. We had gaps open up in terms of positive performance from the use of YakTrak. We talk about that from an engagement perspective, from a sales outcomes perspective, and also from an NPS perspective. Probably the most feedback I get, particularly for new people coming in, is that agents feel like they're in control of their coaching and their growth. And I think that the YakTrak tool has actually enabled us to create a culture